Name 3 books out of the Twilight Saga series.
Okay.
Wait, you just gotta give me some time because I feel so kilig right now. Okay. If you really wanna be successful in what you do and continuously produce something of quality, you really have to gauge and you really have to take a lot of time reflecting on what you can or cannot do. Don't do it just because you see others do it. Do it because you know you have something to give and you have something to contribute.
I think it is important that you kind of set somewhat of a goal for yourself and not just kind of drift into nowhere.
When you really want to pursue something, you're never going to feel like you're not worrying about anything. You have to sort of find that stamina and find it in yourself to do it afraid. To do it anyway, even if you're fearing something along the way.
Enderun Unmuted! Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Enderun Unmuted. And of course, we're back for another episode. Episode 9 right now, to be specific. So, welcome back, guys. And I hope your Friday is, I hope you're having a fun Friday so far. And because last Friday we had a blast here in Enderun Unmuted, and we had a wonderful talk and interview with Lara, who shared her experience in the senior high school. But yeah, how was it for you, Jacob and Kyla, last week? Because for me, it was one of the best episodes.
I honestly agree with you. I've learned so much from the things she shared with us, and I actually been applying one of them. I applied the thing she talked about, the best case, worst case scenario, which has really helped my overthinking, to be honest. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just been so helpful, and
very timely.
I've been able to control my overthinking just by, if you guys haven't seen it, basically she taught us this kind of concept of just when you're nervous about a certain action, like social interaction or sending an email to someone of like big presence. What is the term I'm looking for?
Yeah, I get it.
Basically, when you're nervous about something, you just kind of weigh the best case and the worst case. And magically, it just becomes so much less scary. Because you really get to focus your thinking, the good things that can happen instead of thinking about what they might think of yours.
Yeah, so we're starting
Kyla?
right now.
There were a lot of little quotes that we took from Lara's podcast.
That is true, a lot.
I really like what she said about, we talked a lot about the application process of like awards, and I think that's what's what's on the minds of some senior high students now, ever since, especially the grade 12 students that are graduating, and we have the opportunity to apply for awards. And that's one of the things that's been on my mind lately, and I'm pretty sure that's been on a lot of people's minds. And she just talked about how if the concept of HIA combated with trying to apply for a thing, and it just really helped me just be more certain or aware of the fact that I should think of applying instead of thinking of the HIA part of it.
Go for something overall, you think you deserve, right?
Yeah, it was just a really very good talk, right?
Yeah, so in case you missed it, guys, you can check it on our Facebook and not Instagram yet, YouTube, and on our Spotify. So you're gonna miss out if you don't watch it. So this week we're gonna have another great alumni, and when I say great, she's one of the great people we know, and we still see her from time to time, especially during this online setup. We see her a lot because she's that active too. So we always in Enderun Unmuted, we never miss with the guests, guys. Okay, so all right, I think we should start by introducing some of her background.
Okay, so guys, let's talk a bit about our guest, right? This specific guest, I don't know if we said her name already. We probably did, but anyway. Oh, okay. We haven't. So, vaguely. This specific guest actually has a lot of achievements.
A lot.
And
we couldn't even include all of them.
Resume
2
meat
pages, guys.
to back her up. She has a lot, so I'm just gonna get started. So she obviously she went to Enderun colleges from senior high, and she is now a freshman taking up BS entrepreneurship. She also has academic affiliation, which is a sort of on-campus work, and she is also Hey There Titans project head. Wow.
The head of our podcast.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
she
a
is.
spoiler.
Yeah.
No.
Sure. But anyway, it was here, so I'm just gonna read it. Anyway, she's also the EES event MC and Exicom trainee. She also is the Hall Prize and Enderun Talent Management Manager. She's
Wow.
also an Enderun Student Ambassador, a Lux Lucis member, Lux Lucis member,
Lucis.
Enderun Leadership Program member, and an ELED member. Wow!
Wow,
So-
that's a lot. And just more background. Let's get into detail. She was from Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, and she was from the Future Generation Philippine International School. And later on, we'll know why she went back here in the Philippines. All right, Jacob.
Before that, as Kyla mentioned, our guest has multiple impressive awards under her belt that she earned in her years here at Enderun Senior High School, which include graduating with high honors, as well as being awarded with high honors for 3 semesters,
3
and
semesters.
highest honors for 1. I don't think I even got highest honors. But anyway,
It's not
no,
about us,
on
Jacob.
that. She was also a recipient of the prestigious Titan Award and was honored for her outstanding performance in a couple of her subjects. And there's a lot more, but I just can't include all of them because we're gonna take too much. So
So the time
Yeah.
limit's
And let's talk about the Titan Award, and that is very, that's a huge award because only I think one person gets that per batch, right? So, wow, imagine being named as a Titan Award. That's just so cool. All right, so I think we should now welcome and formally introduce our guest for today's episode. Let's welcome Ashley Perez, guys. She's here. Ashley, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Ashley. We're so honored. We're
Love that.
in the presence of greatness, guys.
Wow.
one of the greats.
Thank you,
with also
guys.
our leader.
Yeah.
So we should
we
be
have to
professional
say it.
today, guys. Okay, no mistakes today. Joke lang. All right, Ashley. So, do you want to say anything before we start off with today's episode?
I'm so excited for this episode. Like, I just can't express when Bea reached out to me. I was like, "Yo, am I really gonna be on the show?" Like, I know that. Like, I always keep track of Enderun Unmuted, guys. That's what they said, that I am the head of Hey There Titans. So, I always see their outputs, and Enderun Unmuted is just doing such a great job. And for me to be a part of this show and this segment, wow, it's a really big honor. Thank you guys for inviting me.
For sure. And we were actually worrying like, oh, can we get a schedule with Ashley because she has a lot of things to do and like that.
Busy.
But we did. Let's get it. We were
Yeah.
lucky, and we are more honored to be with you here today, Ashley. So, all right. So, as usual, we prepared a game for you for today's episode. Kyla sort of made it, but we were the one who invented it in a way.
Yeah.
It's a new
So,
game, guys.
It's a new game
just
since
had it
ever
last week.
since I think up until Miss Aina we did the Endo What game.
Until
But
Sam.
But now, what is
yeah,
it?
until Sam. I'm sorry. Yeah, until Sam. But then with Lara, actually, okay, I'm gonna give the credit. Irvin and Jacob thought of a new game. Just to switch things up a bit,
Just last
and
week.
so that's what we're gonna be playing now. So if you guys watch
So
the
please
episodes with
say the
Lara,
title of the game, Kyla. With
anyway, if you guys watch the episode with Lara, you already probably know it. So this little segment is called.
say it, please. We
I
need you to
can't say it in the way you want us to say it.
We need it, Kyla.
Okay, it's called.
I'm so
Endo.
curious.
Okay.
I can do this.
You can
I'm
do
sorry,
this,
actually.
you can
Okay, I
do
can.
this.
Go,
Yeah.
Kyla.
Our leader is here. Our leader is
Yes.
here. I have to do it.
So,
Go,
So
guys.
it's called and the what and the two and the three.
Okay, for everyone viewing this, you can now leave. I respect your decision.
Wow.
I mean, if you guys don't like it, Irvin named it.
Okay, so it's like
Irvin
and the one,
named it.
and the two, and three. Hey, it's how you say it, Kyla. Okay, so basically, and the one,
Okay.
2, 3. Please explain what this is, Kyla.
Okay, so basically, we'll be giving you a certain category or just asking you a statement like name 3, for example, name 3 colors. And you're gonna have to name 3 colors in under 5 seconds. But
Oh.
we catered the questions to your interests. And so you should be pretty good at this game already if you're a fast thinker, which I'm pretty sure that you are.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, the score you will be getting will be determining what grade you'll get. So yeah, this is graded, and it'll determine if you get on the Titans Hall of Fame
Wow,
with our grades.
guys.
All right,
Wow.
so I
Pretty
think
sure
we
you
should
will.
start now.
Yeah.
Let's
man.
go. Let us begin, guys.
I'm
So
so
the
nervous.
first one is pretty easy. It's fine. You'll do great. So the first one
You're
is
gonna
pretty
get
easy. You said that you liked reading, and so we have a pretty easy question for
So
you.
we're using it against you, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Irvin, are you gonna be our timer?
Yes, I will be the timer. 5
Okay.
seconds.
So the first question is to name 3 famous authors. Go.
5,
Jane
4,
Austen, oh no, Stephanie Meyers, and
Okay, we can still give you one more.
okay, William Shakespeare. Is he a writer? He's a writer, right?
He is
Yeah.
He's a
one
writer.
of the best.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys.
All right, it's
Putting me on
the
the
pressure,
spot.
guys. It's the pressure.
Yeah. It is
Okay,
the
we will
pressure.
give that to you, Ashley. Okay, 1 out of 1.
Got 1 point. Great job. Great job.
All right, so 4 more questions to go. Let's go on with the next one.
All right. So will I ask the next one? Okay, I can ask the next one because this is one of my favorites. Okay. So I'm hoping you read this book or at least watched the movie, but it's one of my favorites ever. So, can you name 3 out of the 4 sisters in Little Women? Go.
Joe. Guys, I'm
You
not
got
even
Joe.
thinking about the time
Hey.
anymore. No, I got Joe.
Okay.
I think we won't use a timer
for-
today's episode.
This is really. I thought you're gonna give me Pride and Prejudice because those are
Oh,
like
yeah.
my favorite.
I told Tyler to use that, but she
Well,
didn't do it.
I was looking at my bookshelf and the first thing I saw was Little Women, so I was like, Little Women.
It's still on my reading list though, so
You got
Oh,
Joe.
okay.
someday.
I'm sorry.
Joe's my
It's
favorite.
a bonus. It's a bonus.
Joke. Okay, we can still give
Okay.
you if you can name the 2 more people.
If you can name all 4, we'll give it to you.
Wow,
for
Kyla.
for
Okay.
Little Women,
Yes.
Yeah.
you guys like no hope. I swear.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You got
Well,
Joe. Let's.
I
it's
got
okay.
Joe. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We all
let's
love
Joe
Joe.
with the next question, guys. Okay.
Oh, Irvin. Please let us
I'm
go.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Urban, please.
It's too early, guys. I'm sorry. Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Irvin, you can
Okay.
ask them.
Okay, for the
Or
third.
Jacob.
Okay, Jacob.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Okay,
the
so for the
timer.
third question, I assume you probably know this one. So name 3 books out of the Twilight Saga series.
Okay.
wait, you just gotta give me some time because I feel so killing right now. Okay.
Okay.
But she
we-
definitely knows them.
This
1,
starts
2,
the time.
3, go. Midnight Sun, Breaking Dawn Part 1, Breaking Dawn Part 2, and then you get Eclipse and New Moon and the Twilight.
Okay,
You
she named
named
the whole thing, guys.
everything.
Okay. She recovered from the second one, guys.
Even the Midnight Sun. Tyler put that in
She's a
there.
real fan, guys.
Make it harder.
Okay.
What's Breaking Dawn Parts 1 and 2?
All right.
I love it.
it. That was lit. That was Twilight. Okay. So for the for the fourth one, I'm not trying to make puns. Okay. So for the fourth one, name 3 characters in Twilight that aren't a part of the original love triangle. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, go.
Esme, Rosalie, and Jasper.
Okay, we didn't need
That was
time
so
for that one.
easy.
Also easy.
With
It's
this
their
time.
bread and
Timer.
butter, guys.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Oh.
When it came out, and then when it was released, like last year, I watched it like 10 times,
Oh
like
my
on
God.
loop. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys.
Wow.
I don't recommend being addicted to Twilight, but
It's
you know,
Twilight.
it's something. Yeah, you have to be.
All right. So,
That's
okay,
good.
at least
You
you know
got 3 out
those
of
10
4.
hours of watching, it got you a correct answer.
It paid
All
off
right.
now.
It paid off. All
She
right.
knows the
So
last
for the
one, too.
final, okay, I hope she knows this. Bea mentioned that you actually like this artist. Okay, so for the last question, name 3 Taylor Swift songs from her re-released album. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. So you got Mr. Perfectly Fine, You All Over Me, and Bye Bye Baby. Just 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
the easiest one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
job.
Okay.
I think she
Yeah, you
deserves
got
an
it.
A plus there because she just mentioned. I don't know. She named more than 3, but it's not on me. It's on Kyla.
Yeah.
So Kyla, what's the grade for this one?
It's not you. Okay. Well, you technically didn't get one question,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
it's
Except
okay. Well,
Joe. But we'll let that one Joe. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
okay, Irvin, you can
Okay,
talk
I
now.
can.
You're making it hard for me
Okay,
to
sorry. I'm sorry.
carry
continue.
on.
I'll behave from now on.
No, yeah, but since you are our leader, we will be giving you an A plus. I'm kidding.
You guys.
The
But-
bribe hierarchy. No, I think
No,
she
but you
deserves an A.
deserved it,
4.5 for that one.
Yeah,
Thanks,
4.5. A.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
And that will put you
job.
on top of like top 3 in the Titans Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Ashley. I hope you enjoy and 1 and 2 and 3. So in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna. What did I say that? What am I doing? Okay. Okay, so we now
What are you doing?
I don't know. So from now we want to talk about, let's get into it, and we want to talk about one of your achievements that you had, one of your many achievements that you had. Let's start first in senior high because most of our viewers and listeners are from the senior high school community. So how was, in general, how was like senior high school for you?
Wow. How do I even condense my whole senior high experience in just like a few words? I think that was when my life really began. It's a big, like, whoa, like a big statement, but I really, like, truly believe that, like, the moment that I set foot in Enderon, that's when everything just started for me. Yeah. It's like a big statement, right? I know. It's very
Yeah.
vague, but it's like the best way I can describe my whole experience. It's my redefining moment. I always say that it's my redefining moment.
Yeah, I can actually relate to that too. Cause so just short of a backstory for me. In my Instagram before I went to Enderun. Okay, this is just a bit petty, but my whole Instagram feed was black and white. And I don't know. I just said,
I remember
hey,
that.
Yeah. Okay, it was all black and white. But then, hey, I'll make this colorful when I get, my partner in life or something. Just it's cliche, but then I told that also in the first day of class, and then they asked, hey, why is your Instagram feed black and white? Oh, there's nothing that gave me color yet. So, and then
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. That
I
was me.
didn't
but
know.
I explained. Do you remember that, Jacob? I hope you remember that.
I do.
And then
I
when I
don't-
posted a photo of me and Enderun, and I think the background was the
CA.
was it CA or what do you call that building? The huge one.
There's a lot of huge buildings.
I mean, it's all
Urban.
huge. No, the one where
Like out.
Wait, what do you call that?
The
Where-
H.
No, the one where we do the events and stuff. I forgot what
Atrium.
the atrium there. Okay, so that's where the photo took, and then it was a colored photo. And then
Proud of you.
then all my classmates and my previous friends, they're like, hey, why is there color? Because like Ashley, that's where my life basically started. So
So
I
deep,
didn't-
Irvin.
I didn't know that the reasoning behind your black and white was so pretentious. I just thought it was
But I was
just
just emo.
black and white. Like,
No, but to be honest,
aesthetic.
I can actually really agree with Irvin. It's not as deep as no color in my life. Genuinely, it does feel the same way. I have grown so much, even though in-person classes were only 8 months. And I can definitely relate to that statement of my life beginning senior high school.
No, yeah, that's true. Like what they said. I'm not gonna keep it deep like Irvin, but yeah, I didn't have the best time in junior high school, and so of course, when you're moving to a new school, you're like, okay, new school, new me. But I didn't, take it literally. I just thought I would be around new people, but little did I know that it would
It would be
change
true.
me. Like
It's really
I
not.
would grow. Okay, maybe it is as deep as Irving, but yeah. Bottom line is, I understand. Like, I think we all understand, and maybe even some of the listeners understand what Ashley's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you mentioned, Ashley, that your life sort of started there. So how was it like
Yeah.
before Enderun? I thought you were in Saudi, right?
Yeah, I was in Saudi. And it may seem like it's like where my life started just because I moved to a different country and like culturally I'm in a different setting. No, that's like another factor, but my life in Saudi, especially as a student, was very different. You guys will you probably think that back in junior high I was also active and I was just out there, but I was overshadowed because my school has a very big reputation of being like, oh, that's a school for the smart people. That's the school for the like geniuses and those who speak in English. And there I am, like, why am I even here? Why am I in this school? Like, I don't think I belong in this school. So all my life, especially in junior high school, I felt like I had no freedom to explore, who I am and my capabilities, just because I was just known for being that person who's like making other people laugh or just being loud and just very creative in a different way, but not like fitting into the whole reputation of the school, right? So that's me before, and I was so settled on my comfort zone that I feel like I'm just gonna stay there forever, and that perspective just sort of was my best friend, until I came into Enderun and everything changed.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes it's sort of cliche, like when you say like, "Hey, new school, new me," like what Kyla said. But you wouldn't expect it to be true, right? So as you can see with
So
Ashley
true.
right now, she has a lot. She has one of the most achievements we had so far here, and wait, like a whole page, guys. when I put that in our outline, but that is so cool. So let's go back to again, the senior high school life. So since you like reading, okay, help me form this sentence, Jacob and Kyla. What
Okay.
would you name your okay, you guys do it.
Basically, what Urban wants to ask is, since we mentioned earlier that you said that you really like, we want to ask you, what would you name your book if it was based on your SHS experience?
You guys are asking really tough questions, and we're like barely 20 minutes in. Okay, give me a sec, because I of course I really want it to be like a literature standard,
Give me a
Just
good
give me a
title.
sec, you guys. I have to gather all of my brain cells right now.
Okay.
For just my senior high school experience, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
While you're thinking, we can ask Kyla, what would you name your SHS?
Oh my god.
Okay,
Story
let me
book.
be first. Okay, last week we
Okay,
did a
okay, okay.
song,
Yeah.
right? I remember, and I did.
I don't
like,
remember what it goes.
I
Oh,
said
Urban
like,
came
what
up with
if,
something
like,
deep.
something like that. What if?
Like,
Oh.
what if?
It's like a black
That's
and
the
white.
vibe Ruben
Urban.
What if?
What if? Okay. I
So
think
what would you
Ashley's
name your
ready.
book? Oh,
I
really?
can actually say so.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet?
I'm just
Okay.
like
Okay.
Oh, she's not.
thinking. You guys keep going, keep stalling, you guys. Like this is gonna take a
Curtis or
while.
Urban?
Okay, I actually don't
Urban
like
said you wanna
reading
go
that
first.
much, but Kyla can go ahead first.
I don't really know. Like,
Kyla, and then her bookshelf is sitting next to her.
my bookshelf is right here. I don't know if I should move my camera.
Is it
to
Little
show
Men? Chola.
Oh my god!
Hey, okay, not to be
It's
offensive, but like
it's a
there's lot of-
metaphor,
okay, I
like
won't say
because
it.
Kyla really brags to us about she's so much smarter than us. So I think it would really be fitting if her name was called Little Men.
Little Men. I love that. Little Men.
Okay.
I mean,
I would buy that
Kyla,
book.
really.
I would buy that book.
New
About
York's best-selling author.
Best-selling Kyla Evangelista, The Little Man. How about you, Jacob? What would you name
And now I have to think about it too.
Say out loud.
We're all stumped with this question we
Ashley's
came up
really
with.
Right?
invested in this, guys.
Okay, I think I have mine
Okay,
already.
there we
Okay,
go.
okay. let's
Okay.
do that
Oh,
together.
I don't want it to be cheesy though. Like it sounds really good in my head, but I don't want it to be really cheesy.
We'll validate it.
The title of my book will be "Where It All Blooms."
Hey,
Oh,
Wow.
I'm already thinking of like the cover
Wow.
page.
It's
Yeah.
like flowers, you know.
Like Twilight style.
Mhm.
I like that.
Thanks, guys.
Where it blooms. Hey, I would buy that book. You should start doing that book now, Ashley.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing at
Yeah.
a time, you guys.
I
One
think
Hey,
thing at
it's
a
hey.
already
time.
super busy.
You never know. You might be the next
This
one.
is
Jane
actually
Austen.
announcing her new book. She's just
Wear
doing
it
this
blooms, guys.
This
podcast.
is me like dropping hints. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Buy my
She
book,
already
guys.
had it in mind. She
So
didn't have
pre-order
to say.
starting tonight, guys.
Okay.
All right, so
That was a hard one.
I think if I'm gonna make a theory for this, I'm gonna make it like the big bloom theory. Okay, I won't. What am I saying?
What?
I don't know.
Wait,
My
I had
mind
a
is
thought
just
'cause
okay. There,
Okay, you know what? Just thinking about it now, maybe it does sound a little bit better.
big bloom theory.
it
Yeah,
makes
you know.
sense because like
Yeah,
the
right.
page, the front page can be like instead of the earth, it's a flower and it's in the universe. No,
Yeah.
looks really bad. Like no, just but
No,
it's
it
good. I
can
like
be
that.
like
I
a
like-
seed and then boom.
I like how Ashley's trying to be nice to try to validate
Hey,
no,
Irvin.
like,
I'm
that's
good
not
with
what we
starting
do
stuff.
here.
Okay.
We try to stop Irvin.
No, continue. Please.
Actually, it's okay. We constantly shut him down whenever he.
Hey,
So
I
it's
shut
fine.
myself down first. So yeah, see, big bloom. That's hey, keep that in
I'll
mind.
No,
give that a
Irvin-
6 out of 10.
Irvin.
6 out of 10. I'll take that.
He'll take it.
It's not passing. Anyway, okay. Aside from that,
Okay.
aside from that, so a little. I can't think of a segue into this question, but let me just ask it anyway. So we wanted to know, like we said, like a million times before, that you have a lot of achievements and awards that you
A
should be
lot.
proud of. But can you maybe share like your experience with your maybe favorite? You see,
Like
you
top
think
three,
how
top
you
five,
should how you should describe favorite in your own head. But like if you could share some of the experience of the awards and achievements that you've gotten.
I was like just like thinking about what are my awards right now.
She has a lot, guys. That's how
I
hard.
can show you the list.
We can show you the list.
I literally had to write it all down before I sent it to you guys. Like that's how I had to check all of my like certificates here. But no, like that's not me bragging or anything. It's just the reality of whenever I have to send something. It can, I have to do a lot of work to list it all down. And I'm very grateful that that's like my burden. That's like a very big problem for me. Like I know that
That's a good
a
problem.
lot of people just don't relate to that problem, but I feel that problem. But my favorite award would probably be the Titan Award. And I don't know, because for me, the academic awards, as much as they're like really fulfilling, makes you feel good about yourself as a student, I feel like the Titan Award was more like, holistic in that sense. That my parents got on a call with Miss Cherry because I received a medal,
Wow.
Titan Award. And I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know. This is not a part of the list. Like, I know they're not giving it the past few years. I'm like, oh, what is this Titan Award? So my parents got on a call with Miss Cherry, and Miss Cherry said that I am the very first awardee of
Wow,
the
that's-
Titan Award. And this award is not given by, you don't have to, what do you call this? It's you don't have to defend yourself. Yeah,
Apply
it's
for-
given to you.
Oh.
Like, it's given by choice. And
Wow, that's cool.
and my parents said that what Miss Cherry said during that call is that they feel like it's very fitting to give me that award is because they don't want everything that I've done to be unrecognized
Yeah.
when I leave senior high. And because I also applied for the valedictorian award, and it's been given to like one of also the smartest people in our batch, Angel. And so at first, like I thought, oh, is this like a consolation like award? Like Lara got the leadership and Angel got the valedictorian award, and like, but she said it's not because it's like it really fully encompasses
by
like
the
the
name
standards.
of the award itself.
Yeah, and it feels nice to be recognized that way. That I'm the very
Wow.
first awardee of this award, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, so basically you made that award. And
know.
we can blush here. We can blush here. It's free to blush. Here. Yeah, and if you really, define what a titan is, I think Jacob can define what a titan is. No, okay.
Wow,
So
thanks
in
for
Greek
putting me on the
history, right?
spot.
Titans, they're the conquerors of like,
Mhm.
is it worlds or like? I think yeah. So
do
basically,
that,
you
Urban.
really conquered the
Hey,
whole.
Irvin.
What?
for leaving the team.
No, basically, she conquered the whole year, by being. I think last year she was the president of RE, which was one of them. I think the most active org last year, and I was actually, a bit sad that we didn't do much with that org when we were there. I think
It's all right, you guys.
I apologize.
It's all right.
Especially
It's when you're in the 11th grade, you don't really get to. It's like, this is how I see it, you guys. Grade 11, you're in a new school, new people, new environment. It's your time to just relax and get to know and adjust. And grade 12 is when you really get to be active in a lot of things. So I don't really blame you guys because I was way too. Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's honestly how I saw it. Like when I first came into grade 11, and there were all these like orgs, like, oh, sign up here, do this with us. And I was just like, okay, just came in. But then some other people were signing up for orgs, and which is kudos to them because they can do that. But like in my mind, I was just like, I didn't have anything like org-wise to show for my grade 11, which I'm kind of regretting. But at the same time, like I had that reasoning also. But now, grade 12, even though it's online, it sucks because I was like, okay, it's okay. I'm like, Maui, grade 12, and still got to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, from gloom to
that's
gloom.
how it felt for me too.
Okay.
Irvin, you're on a roll right
I
now.
am
It's
on a
like crazy.
Ender rolls.
Don't
Okay,
encourage
okay.
him, Ashley.
Wow,
And-
you really just got an ender rolls.
Oh wait, okay. Speaking of Ender rolls, last year they had their on-trip business called Ender rolls, and this year also we have our on-trip week, which is in our second week by now.
Yeah, we're actually
Okay, we
Oh,
finishing
again.
up.
let
by the
us
time this
give a
ends.
shout out to all the on-trip businesses we know. Okay.
Yes, so
Of course, Elisa's Cheesecake, me and Jacob, and
Right.
Alex and Chloe's business. Kyla.
Oh, that's like a business for your
Yeah, on-trip. But
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
so we have to do it online, which is kind of, not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to do it online.
Yeah.
And
But-
boring too, Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it would be much more fun if we got to like go to the suppliers, like buy the. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog, but anyway, you guys go to the suppliers, get this. Anyway, so yeah, again, Alyssa's Cheesecakes and my business with my group mates is called Hansel and Gretel. So we sell candy baskets. Who else?
we also have Trend DIY, who
Sell
does
beads.
bead accessories and crochet accessories.
Yeah, and I think there's also
We have
garden
Lech-
flowers.
Yeah, and also La
Which
Flan
is-
from Tobe.
yeah,
They
La
sell
Flan.
Leche Flan, and Garden Flower is a clothing line, right?
Yeah, it's a clothing
Yeah.
shop, and
What
also
else?
Booyah Blings, which I think also sells
Blings.
beads.
I've seen everyone.
And then
Yeah.
also we have
We also have
scented candles.
Candle
chicken.
by Candelabra. Yes, and the chicken. But
By-
honestly, I want to taste.
Yeah.
So
taste
we're
my
just
chicken.
like laying it out here since Irvin
We're
mentioned.
basically
Enderun.
just plugging
You can
it.
still order,
Uh,
guys. We
Yeah,
are
if you
open
guys want to
till
support
May 16th. Yeah.
our
so-
grades
Yeah,
for
we're gonna-
end of class.
Wow, I saw everyone's pages on my Instagram, and I was like, why are these pages popping up on my Instagram feed? Oh, and it's from you guys, pala. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna tell my friends to actually check them out.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You.
Alyssa's
We need
Cheesecakes,
all the
guys.
support we
Guess
can
what
get.
we sell.
Okay,
Guess
Go,
what we sell,
guys.
Okay.
you can do it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
there is our episode plug that we do all the time. Oh, and I think we forgot one of the.
Oh, our main sponsors. for
Um,
this.
Oh my
our main
God.
sponsor.
Kyla's very own business.
No,
The classic.
I
cookie.
thought we
classic
forgot
cookie.
about this.
We won't forget about the
Yeah,
classic.
yeah, well, we're bringing it back. Okay.
Okay.
They sell
No, I'm
cookies and brownies too. Okay.
Oh, the brownies. Okay, anyway, there's our
Anyway.
plug for the episode. Let's go back to the interview and talk about Ashley.
Yes.
So as we mentioned, Ashley is like super busy. We didn't know if we could even get her on the show, but thankfully we did. And so something we wanted to ask you, Ashley, is how can you balance everything you're doing right now?
Okay. This
Because
is-
we know that it's a lot.
So flawed.
Yeah,
So
we
besides
need-
from your
we need
academics.
to get this answered. Like how?
We do. We need the
We
advice.
need help.
Okay, you guys. I don't know. This question is making me emotional because I'm like, yeah, how do I balance it all? Like, first is, I think one thing that I'm really grateful for is that in all my work and in my like school career, I work in teams, and it's having companions, having peers and colleagues to work with. It's like a really big honor that you just get to have like a solid team in every event and every organization that you work in. So that's one thing. But personally, like apart from that, I think time management is so cliche. I don't even manage my time. See, I'm like juggling in between webinars and a podcast recording right now, and I think practicing your presence of mind on being more intentional with what you prioritize. That's for me. Like, you can get all of the things, you can sign up for everything that you want to sign up for, but if you're not intentional and if you're not sure if you want to give everything to what you're going to do, then your priority list will just be pushing out some things that you're not really committed for. And that's for me, like, that's how I balance it all. Like, I know that I prioritize the podcast, I prioritize being an ambassador. So just thinking about my schedule and thinking about how I work and thinking about how I can manage my time, it's really just a matter of priorities. And I don't believe in the saying that, oh, I don't have time to do it. Like, everyone has time to do it. It's just really just a matter of priorities and what do you want to do first and how do you want to execute everything. It's sometimes I take like 15 minutes of my day and just break down for a little bit. Like, I'm just gonna like stare, and then I get to work and write on my planner. And sometimes you just have to take that step back, because balancing is not all about just being productive, because that is not productive, but being busy, because being busy is different from being productive. Being productive is getting stuff done. Like, if you're busy, it's like you're just
unproductive.
Wild up. Yeah. So when you're like feeling like you're taking on too much and you don't know where to start, you have to take a step back and prioritize. Like, for me, I write them all in a post-it note. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? When can I do this? Even micromanaging your day is a healthy way, as long as you do it in a way that you're not doing it every day. Micromanaging your day, don't do it every day, guys. Like, that's not healthy at all. Because when I micromanage my day, I don't even schedule time to rest or time to eat. There are days that I don't eat. And I admit that when you're taking on this much load, it's not productive anymore. You're just busy, But if you really want to be successful in what you do and continuously produce something of quality and work with a team and still be, successful in that sense, you really have to gauge and you really have to take a lot of time reflecting on what you can or cannot do. I said a lot, and I don't know if it made sense.
It actually did. A lot of sense, yeah. So, wow.
Thank you.
So it really starts, with commitment, guys. Yeah.
Commitment, yeah.
No, yeah, because I think we all have a lot of stuff to do, like, online. Because I think when we went into the online setting, like, it's like you feel like you're working the whole day. Like, it feels like you don't have a break. It's like you
So
get
true.
on, you wake up, you go to your laptop. You go to
You need
sorry.
some, Kyle.
You go to your
You just turned 18,
laptop.
guys. That's why. Joke.
Anyway,
Actually,
so
laughing
you
at
sit down and you're just staring at a screen for like the day. You
The
open
whole
tabs,
day.
you open different tabs. I can't talk today. Different tabs, and then it just feels like you're working the whole day. And then you get called out for dinner and lunch. You eat, and then you get back, and then it's like, yeah, like I said, it feels like you're just busy the whole day. But like I agree with that. What Ashley said, it's like it's being productive, because if you're really productive, then I don't know. For me, you'll find those little bits of time wherein you could just rest, and it might not be like super dedicated, like 1 hour of rest wherein I like get to play like my favorite game or something. But those little moments where you could just like, I don't know, like not do anything for like a
Yeah.
moment, and then those for me are like the best moments of rest, when I could just sit down and like not do anything. But
not
like,
hear anything around you.
yeah, not stare at the screen,
Yeah.
stare out the window, look at the perfect sky outside. I don't know. That's just my.
But don't get me wrong, you guys. Like, You know the saying that if you love your work, it won't feel like work. Yeah, I really don't mind sometimes just staring on a screen. The last time I've sat on my chair for 11 hours, I didn't eat, and actually it's more than 11 hours. Like I was just in front of my screen.
Wow.
But you know that's like a sacrifice you really have to make. You know, like when you're in this kind of setting. But I agree with Kyla. Like just find that even like 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah,
Try to
that's
let go.
huge
Like
difference.
yeah, it's huge difference.
Like
Yeah, I think I really need to hear this advice from both Ashley and Tyler, actually, because
we're the
we're actually in
listeners here
final
today,
season
JK.
right now. Yeah, we're in final season right now, and I'm sure Kyle and Irving can relate. We kind of just have, we're
2
kind of on the
weeks.
last set of work that we have to get through, and there are a lot. And so this is a really good reminder on how we can manage that and figure out how we can accomplish that. So
Mhm.
that was really helpful for me.
Yeah, and
there
since
anything-
you mentioned like commitment, Ashley, how do you exactly commit into a lot of stuff? Because even committing into like one huge thing is so hard. But how do you
Mhm.
prioritize that?
Okay, I filter it. Like I like writing, as you guys
Yeah.
have seen on my interest. I like writing, and to me, I can't have everything all just pent up in my brain.
Mhm.
I have to see it, how much I'm taking, and staying committed is. I feel like the reason why I'm so committed in the things that I do is because there's so much variation in my work. It's not it's not just linear. Like I'm taking ES, I'm taking ELED, like that. It's just because I'm a host for those orgs. No, I work in different departments, and that creates variation. It creates excitement and thrill that, oh, I'm gonna be doing this in the next event. I'm gonna be positioned as a host for the next event. Oh, I'm in charge of just even like photo op in the next event. And that itself, like that basic thought that in all the things that you're gonna take on, it's not the same thing over and over again. You kind of find and have this sense of excitement and thrill, and because of that, you get to have avenues to learn and different mediums to just grow. And being, again, like what I said, being intentional also
Yeah.
comes with commitment. You have to really be firm on yourself. Now, what do you want at the end of the line? What do you want at the end of the day? Who do you want to be? What do you want to hone for yourself? You have to at least find this, at least a very minuscule part of your purpose in the beginning before you start everything else. Because my driving force was like, I really want to grow. I want to learn. I want to constantly find myself in my work. I want to discover my strengths, and that's why I take on all of these organizations. And you don't have to do that. Actually, you don't have to
Yeah.
bombard yourself with work. There are different avenues for you to do that, and for me, it would be work. But staying committed to that comes with dedication that you're gonna get this at the end of the line, and that's your inspiration. And it's like there's like a really bright light at the end of the tunnel.
That
and
is so true.
that's what matters.
Yeah, especially when you see the purpose of what you're doing, it is very, very like it makes it easier, not very easy.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to commit on something because you know what you
Mhm.
can, it'll pay off in the end. Especially since you're part of the Enderun leadership program. Of course, you're gonna grow there as a leader, and you can, and of course, you in your heart you want to share that to for the future young generation or maybe to the older generation. So. Yeah, you just have to, find the purpose in everything you commit to, and make sure that you commit into something, where you will grow in.
Yeah, it all boils down to
Yeah.
purpose. And that's why there are so many like different avenues, because like not one of our purposes are the same. And I think a problem that a lot of people have is that they try to find like a purpose in like, okay, this person's doing it, like this really good person's doing it, and so I should just do that in order to like achieve the same goals that I want. But like the purpose should be like, you should have that purpose, like it's for you, like it's not, you shouldn't copy. I'm so sorry about my dog. Anyway, bottom line is
Alright.
that purpose, your own purpose, not copying another person's, it will really get you, it's what's gonna drive you, because otherwise then it'll just feel like so heavy on yourself. But yeah, I will eat my dog.
Also, like on that note, you also have to take time to realize things for yourself. Na, you can't always push yourself to do things if in the first place you aren't aware of what you can really give, you know. And for me, that took me like one whole summer just feeling like, oh, can I do this? I think I can do this. So like, why not try it out? You really have to be self-aware. Don't do it just because you see others do it. Do it because you know you have something to give and you have something to contribute. And I think that's also one thing for you to stay committed is you know what you can give, you know what you can contribute, you know what you can just like bring into the organization or in anything that you do. And when you know that for yourself, then motivation and commitment flows.
Yeah, if you know what you're capable of, just go for that. Because if you don't go for it, what'll happen to that org you plan to get to? It's sayang ba? So be like Ashley, guys. If you know you're capable of it, just Joe for it. Hey, I still have it.
Joe for it.
Yeah, I mean that.
Sorry.
God, Irvin, please.
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
That was the last one.
that statement of just going for it if you know you can do it is actually a theme that we've really seen the leaders we've interviewed
Yeah, that's
have, and it's honestly, I mean, if you haven't been watching the past episodes, luckily you hear it this time. Go for it if you think you can do it, or sometimes even if you're not sure. I think
If you
putting
want
yourself
it, go
out
for it,
there is
yeah.
like there's always something to learn, so why not try? Right.
I actually, sorry, let me just interject. Like, I want to get this out of my
Go
chest.
ahead.
I just listened to this podcast and I saw Will Smith do it on TikTok. Just like say this,
I saw that.
and it's learn how to do it afraid. Like in your life, you'll never really be fearless. And when you really want to pursue something, you're never gonna feel like you're not worrying about anything. You have to sort of find that stamina and find it in yourself to do it afraid, to do it anyway, even if you're fearing something along the way. So I like that.
Yeah, I like that one too. And let's talk about the fearless, right? So if you don't face that fear you have, let's say maybe leading a group or leading an org, if you don't face that fear, it won't be less. It'll be more, because when are you gonna start to be a titan and conquer that, like what Ashley did, right? So if you wanna have less fear, you have to be fearless, guys. That wasn't a pun. I was actually serious that time, guys.
I can see it. But yes, if you are a shy person, you can always, because I have experience with this, and it is true that it's the small steps that get you out of that fear. Because if you never take the first step, you're gonna stay afraid of something forever. So there's the pillow quote for this episode.
But yeah, fear is an indication. It can be an indication, not always, but it can be an indication of something good. Because if you're not scared of it, then that means it's something that's in your comfort zone.
That's true.
Like the fear, like if you're not scared of it, then it's not big enough. Like if you get that within you, you just use that as a drive. Like, I'll get over this. I can do it. Like practice what you preach, Kyla. But bottom line is that this is reflection. But yeah, basically agree with everything.
Also, like connecting with that, I've learned this, that if you're not fearing anything, it means you have nothing. It means that you have nothing to lose. Let me just try to evaluate that. It's like if you're not scared to do anything, then you know to yourself that you are not. Sorry, let me just gather myself. It's like we are supposed to be humans of substance, of depth. We aim to be those people who just has so much depth in their personality, in the way they work. People of substance, right? And if you regret, or if you don't put yourself out there because you're scared of it, then it's just gonna be here like in you, like you're not gonna fully like woo, you know.
Yes.
But
Big
if
blue
you're
light.
not scared at all, it's if you're not scared at all, it means that you know you're either too overconfident and proud of yourself, or it means that you know like you're just gonna neglect all these
Yeah.
opportunities just because you don't feel the thrill of it anymore. So yeah.
Okay, so let's go on with like the bloom theory right here. Okay, so imagine
What?
you started off life as a flower. So if you don't water that flower, it will die, right? So basically,
Mhm.
the water there is like putting yourself out there, like your experiences, your achievements in life. So if you don't
Mhm.
try to water that, each petal will fall off and fall off. And what's your substance now? It's nothing. Your depth is like this, but when you keep on watering it, it'll bloom more. Like the big bloom theory. So that's basically the big bloom theory,
That
guys.
actually went somewhere.
You're so pushing.
He's really trying to sell the idea, you guys. He's
Okay.
really trying his best.
But
I
it's
was
more
trying
than
to
he's
be
not gonna
nice.
stop until he gets
Not cutting him
validated.
off.
I'm improving, guys.
I felt like you were going to. But anyway, okay.
Just so
So-
Irvin can stop on this bloom theory.
I'm sorry, guys. Promise that was
Go ahead, Jacob.
Anyway, earlier we were talking a lot about Ashley's senior high school experience. So just to close that off, based on your experience, Ashley, how did you become more prepared for college life?
And we
I
need this
wasn't.
too.
I wasn't.
love that
You're
answer,
never.
to be honest.
That was
This
Lara's
is
That's
one
answer.
thing
what
you
to
do.
you.
Lara said.
What Lara
That's what
said.
Lara said last episode. She said I
This
wasn't
is
prepared.
really. Oh my gosh. You see, guys, when you're transitioning in the different chapters in your life, you're never really gonna be ready for it. You know, like think of it when you're gonna be married. You're gonna have a family. As much as you think that you're ready for it, like I have all the finances ready, I have a home, I have a partner to be in, you're never fully ready for
Yeah.
it. Because you have to spare yourself some of that like space to be excited for in the next chapter of your life. But for college, you guys, I know that it will seem like you really don't know where you're gonna go. Like even just
Relatable.
enrolling for your classes for the semester, I still feel so like what the hell is happening? Why do you have to call and enlist? Like what's happening?
That's true.
You guys have to. I feel like the thing with college is you have to learn as you go. And people from college, no matter how much they teach you about the process and being there, it's gonna be different for everybody. Your experience in college, and I guess mine, it's a bit harder to put a pin on it because it's totally different from the college life that I experienced in my that I pictured in my head, right?
We all did.
But you guys, like, just spare your benefit of the doubt there, because for me, I wish that I wish that I was so clueless before college, but I wish that I didn't know so much, because I want to be surprised, but then naman with my journey, like, oh wow, here the things pala, like, yo, this we're gonna do, like, this is how classes are, right? But my advice for you in college is start thinking where the direction that you want to go. Like, I know high school has been like 6 years of high school should be that phase in your life, but no, high school is where you sort of figure out and be mature and make mistakes. In college you can still make mistakes, but in college you have to sort of be ready to have that mindset that I'm a step closer to being a full-blown adult. Like, that's just my mindset, that it's just gonna be a matter of years until I am in the corporate world and working and knowing how to do taxes and going to government offices and signing up for my SSS or something. It's right there, like on the brink. It's like you can see it right there. And college, you have to sort of find that thrill when you enter it, So my advice for you guys is just try to gain as much experience as you have, and when transitioning from senior high to college, you're gonna find it soon how to transition. Like, you're really gonna learn as you go.
When Ashley said you can't really be ready, if you
Mhm.
she said about like in a marriage, let's say, or a relationship, you can't say you're ready because if you haven't really experienced it, and that's part of like college, because we only
Yeah.
experience college like what, once in our life.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
maybe you might be financially ready, mentally maybe
Mhm.
like that, but you can't be ready. So it's okay if you know if like Ashley said, if you don't know where you are right now, it's okay because we all
Mhm.
share the same thought. We all share the same.
We're all just figuring it out as we go along. Aren't we?
Yeah.
Nobody has it figured out.
Yeah,
but
honestly, honestly, it's
True.
really calming to hear our alumni because personally, that is how I feel sometimes. I'm still not exactly sure where I'm going, but I'm just kind of taking the opportunities I have
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
learn that because it could possibly help me when I do figure out where I'm gonna go. And
Yeah,
I'm really just also figuring it out as I go along. How about you
we
guys?
all are.
Yeah.
We all
Just think
are.
about it like this, you guys. When you were entering senior high school, did you ever feel like you're really ready for it? Did you ever feel like you had like a total grasp of your strand? Do you feel like you
Which
will
strand?
ever get the? Do you feel like you ever got the relevance of taking senior high school before senior high school? See, you're never really ready for it.
That is
You
true.
will never really have 100% knowledge. Like no matter how, if you read the frameworks or the full curriculum of
Yeah.
DepEd or CHED, you're never really gonna get it because you haven't experienced it. And I agree with you guys.
Yeah, Jacob could
I
be an
think-
example for that.
Yeah, I
He made
see
one
which
of the
strand is
most
just like-
critical decisions.
It really
on
was
the day
because
one.
again, when I was going into senior high, I had no idea what I was doing, so I just kind of went with a strand that a friend of mine was taking, and I thought, no, I'll just do it. I don't know what I'm doing here. But then I think it was on what was it? The orientation.
Yeah.
It was like after the 2-day orientation. That not even fully figured out, but it just being in my orientation group, which was group 19 with Urban and Kyle,
Best
where
one.
everyone was taking ABM.
Oh, Ashley's wearing the shirt actually.
Oh.
Oh, nostalgia.
Yeah, but
That made me cry.
it was in that room and being with them that
Mhm.
I kind of got more of an idea of kind of the importance of what I'm doing here and how like it's okay not to be afraid basically, but I think it is important that you kind of set somewhat of a goal for yourself and not just kind of drift into nowhere.
Yeah. So to put into context,
Yeah.
Jacob was first enrolled into Humes.
Oh yeah.
One on the
Sorry, I forgot
second
to
day.
specify.
Hey sir,
Ooh.
can I be transferred to ABM? And then that was the best decision so
Yeah,
far.
and yeah, honestly, even then, still wasn't sure if that decision was right. But actually, I was still confused. But then it only took a couple months when it sounds cheesy, but honestly, there was like a point that came where it clicked, where
Hey,
I made the right
I chose the
decision.
right one, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. And that's just kind of how it happens. You don't know sometimes.
We changed your life, Jacob.
No, I think because like also Karina, who was also part of Group 19. Hi Karina, if you're watching this, she was supposed to take gas because she didn't because she wanted to go into culinary and that was
Yeah.
her like ultimate goal, but she was supposed to take gas. But then when we told her, like we all told her, we were like, oh, we're ABM. She was like, oh, okay, I'll take ABM also. Which I think, well, I don't know about you, Karina, but I think she said this to me also. Like, it was the right decision that she made ABM because otherwise she wouldn't be like a part of Section 12A. Sorry, I'm the only 12A
11A.
person here. But 11A. I'm sorry, but yeah, I think like you really can't dictate. You can't set like how you think it's gonna go. Otherwise, you're just gonna get disappointed because it's not gonna go the way you go. Like it's not gonna go the way
You
you
want to
hope
go.
it would go.
Yeah.
Like just being realistic here. You can set goals, like Jacob said. Like it's important to set goals, but like down to the like last detail. I have this many friends. I'll have that many friends. I'll go to this trend. You have to be open to the idea of like new opportunities around you. Otherwise, like Jacob would be in Humes, or Karina would be in
Gas.
Gas.
Which
And it would
two
be, like,
students only are in
completely
gas. So.
different. And so like yeah, basically just be open to the experience. I think that's also one of the things like I haven't transitioned into college yet.
Yeah.
I am. transitioning into college. But I think that's one of the things that you should like openness to just the newness of it all.
Yeah, and you know, just thinking about it, the only thing you can be ready for is anything. That's basically it.
Wow.
And
Random with these clips. Yeah, I know we said a lot about it, but I guess I also wanted to add is basically adding on to what Kyla said, openness, but also in the sense that instead of being afraid of not knowing what exactly you're doing, you should really just be more open. Because from my experience, I was really afraid because I had no idea what I was doing. But you know, it worked out for me, and it will for you too. So really, just take your time and just grab the opportunities that are being given to you. Yeah, that's true.
Nothing's too
Which Irvin knows because he's like the eldest here.
Hey.
He is the eldest here.
I'm not a joke. Yeah, so that just says that nothing is never too late, guys. You know, Jacob, he was like one day away from being in Humes. So with that, nothing too late, can we ask one more question from you, Ashley? So is there any advice you can give to any incoming Enderun student, whether senior high school or college? As an ambassador.
As an ambassador.
No pressure.
Be active in college. Like you'll never here in Enderun. One thing that we really try to, like as an ambassador, what we really try to highlight is that in Enderun we have a lot of orgs and we have a lot of opportunities for you to be in our org communities and different teams and just find friends in college. But I would still say the same to you guys. Like, be active. Don't box yourself just because you think, orgs are not my thing. I'm not really like used to working with people, or like I'm not that kind of person. But try to put yourself out there. You know, you'll never know what you're missing out on until you try it, right?
Yeah.
And because of orgs, you get to have that sense of experience with working with different people that is so relevant to who you will become in the future. Like as an entrepreneurship student, as a business major, it's so important for me to know how to work with people.
Yeah.
So important for me to work in teams, learn how to delegate, learn to be professionally just built up. And I'm just 19, you guys, and I'm still a freshman in college, and I've gained so much experience that I know will be so relevant to who I will be in the future. And college is gonna be it's gonna be an avenue for you to try out different things, because you still have this time to do that. I mean, even after college, you still have you won't find, my sister just told me this yesterday, you won't find your definite purpose when you're in college. So don't rush into it. Let time and life run its course. You're gonna find your purpose somewhere along the way. If you find it in college, then it's good for you. If you find it after college, then there's no shame in that, because people have their own thing. But while you're in college, make sure that you are, again, oh my gosh, I'm saying this a lot of times, be intentional where you set your time in, where you prioritize your time in, where you prioritize yourself, and where you invest yourself in. It matters, because you're at an age where you are fully aware of who you are, where you are developing, where you are matured, right?
Yeah.
College is not high school. Even academically, in an academic setting, it's different. It's not like high school, and relationships don't work like how they used to work in high school. It's different. College is a different world, but it's not something that you should be afraid of. It's something you should be ready to face, and you'll eventually be ready to face college. And yeah, just be active and be intentional where you want to be in your life, like where you want to invest your time in. So I think that's for me. Yeah.
So that's why she won the Titan Sword, guys.
Right there.
Ready to face anything.
Hmm.
All right. So wow, thank you so much, Ashley, and personally, me and Jacob and Kyla really needed that one too. You know that's why we invited alumni people here, because we are
for us, really.
We really use this podcast to talk to you guys.
All right, so
We
like
just
Ashley said,
Yeah.
guys,
really
just
need
be
your help.
ready of anything. Okay, Jake, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I was cutting you off.
I was just going to reiterate what you said. I was going to mention all of our episodes have been amazing, and I've learned so
Getting
much.
better
But
and
the
better.
alumni series has by far been my favorite, just because it's been so relevant to me, and I'm learning so much from um, Laura last episode, and now Ashley, and I'm so thankful we get to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Like what
glad.
Jacob said, the alumni series was a very good decision. Good job, great planning team and
Content.
Irvin, of course, our head. It was a really because actually I think this is something that is very relevant to us, especially the timing is perfect because we're graduating. It's like the end of our SHS journey and getting to talk to these people who have already went through that. Of course, like not this in the same way, obviously, but these nuggets of wisdom that we can get from them are so helpful and so relevant that we can apply it to. Yeah, it's just really good advice that we need right now, and that will be very, very useful to us. So I'm really glad that we got to talk to you, Ashley, today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and when Kyla says like nuggets of wisdom, we sort of got like 80 pieces of McNuggets out there. So
Sweet.
that was this episode was on fire, guys. Literally. On
Oh,
fire,
also,
guys.
sorry, may I just like butt
Yeah,
in
go
real
ahead.
quick? This episodes, this series won't just be for our entrance senior high school, but also to our incoming freshmen out there in the world, out there in the Philippines,
Yeah.
out there.
There.
So that's a teaser. You have to just wait for that.
Okay,
Just
read between the
dropping
lines,
hints right
guys.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
pre-order again.
Pre-order again. Just stay tuned, you guys.
All right, so again, Ashley, thank you for the 80-piece
Thank
nuggets we
you.
had this episode. Actually, 90
Mhm.
because since it's episode 9. Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
that was the
Okay.
last one.
Okay.
Okay, that was
Okay.
last. So again, thank you, Ashley. Do you want to say anything last before we end? Before
Oh.
we mute, basically.
It's such a like most of the time, like probably 80% of the time, I'm just like brain dump. So I don't know if there's any cohesiveness happening with everything that I'm saying,
Alright.
but it's been such a great opportunity to be here, and even here, you guys just. Being a guest on your show, I'm also learning a lot about myself, which is a good thing. Like always, constantly, never stop learning. And thank you guys for having me. You guys were such fun hosts, and
Thank you.
I love
Yeah.
your team, you guys. Great job.
Alright, thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Ashley, for everything you've shared with us, all the advices that you've actually put in our hearts tonight. So again, unfortunately, guys, this is the time we will be muting, but of course, we always unmute every Fridays at 6 p.m. And once again, guys, this is Enderun Unmuted, and of course, we never miss with our episodes. So again, goodbye, guys. Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
Bye.